Hey, this is Austin with Counterculture Farms. So you know, if you've been following along on my social media at all, that I'm expecting a major drought this summer. So for many reasons, but quickly, because we had a freeze about 10 years ago with a major snow. We had one this year. Directly after that was a major drought. Back in 2011, I mean, we still had trees dying. We still have trees dying now from it, but we had trees dying majorly like 5 years, 6 years, 7 years later. So anyways, what are we doing to prepare for the drought? Well, look around. This has just been grazed. We just came off this 3 days ago, I believe. It doesn't really look like it's been hit hard. You can see the tops have been taken off, but see, you know, I've still got plenty of growth there. It's very thick. Most people would actually tell me I'm wasting grass. That's a ridiculous thought, but hey, think a little bit more and then come back at me with that. So see the tops of this is a sorghum Sudan grass right here. So this was about 2 to 3 foot tall. They say you're supposed to wait till 3 foot plus, but anyways, we hit it a little bit sooner just because I wanted to graze it and see how quick you could. It looks great. I mean, they took the tops off and then we moved. So why didn't we take more? Like I said, we are preparing for drought. If I was in spring and I couldn't keep up with the forage and how quick everything was growing, it might be a little bit different. But if you are grazing and you have animals and you are at all in summer considering a drought coming, I mean, you should be preparing for a drought every year just in case. But you've got to leave some forage on the ground. You've got to stockpile this stuff, because what happens if the rain turns off? There's a saying that around here we're always 3 weeks away from a drought. Okay? If that's true, what are you doing about it? Now, a lot of people, really, I mean, everyone around me, you know, this place called Counterculture for a reason. We don't do things the same as everyone else. I'm not against our culture. I am just for another culture that is not about death and destruction. I'm about life and healing, okay? So if you look around at these other farms around here, I mean, they are, gosh, they're golf courses. What happens when you take all the armor off the soil? Because that's what it is. So look right here, perfect example. We got a bare spot right here. I probably had the mineral feeder out right here and they probably stomped this in, is what I guess happened. Or maybe my sheep were over here and I had a water trough. Regardless, look at all the forage around it, okay? So all this lush growing, this flat on the ground, all right? So look at all that. You can see the soil. I can even, you know, that's plant matter decaying, which is great, but there's bare soil right there, okay? So what's going on right there? When you graze this short, the soil's getting cooked. It's like your bare feet staying out in the sun all day long, never any shade. You can have some red feet tomorrow, okay? The soil's getting cooked, the temperature's raising. When you have all this on top of the soil, look how hard it is to get down there. It's hard to even find it, okay? Look, you still can't even see the soil. We got to rip up some of these plants to see it. I mean, come on. So that's what you want. That's what we're doing to prepare for the drought. And you need to be preparing too, okay? We just came out of this field. How does your field look when you're coming out of it? I'm saying hit them lighter than you've been hitting. Take an inch or two off. I mean, really, you got to be moving them quick through here. I'm not tightening them up as much. I am putting them in a lot bigger spaces. And I'm letting my forage grow up thicker. I'm moving them quicker. All of that together is getting me prepared for what I'm thinking is going to be a really dry July and August. Now, we've been really wet through June. It's been amazing. But if the rain turns off, where are you going to be? Hope all that helps. Leave your questions, comments below. Get ready for the drought and pray it doesn't come. I'll talk to you later, people.